Hello everyone and welcome back to the Paper Mario playthrough. How are you?
I'm smashed.
I was talking to the audience!
Oh.
Okay,
Of course. You never ask how I am anymore.
I forgot what we were doing. Oh no, this is another Peach chapter. We're asking hey wait. That's it, we're gonna go rescue the third star spirit, because last part we went into the ruins. That's it, and we had some dry banter.
We did.
By the way, I actually called that part dry. I called the part before it dry banter, then the ruins part even drier banter. Just so everybody knows.
Good. That's alright then.
We pretty much, this part, it's mostly getting to the star spirit really. Next part, and the part afterwards will be getting it. This is mostly getting to the area.
Fair enough.
Your nastiness.
That's how we should be addressed. Conventions.
Like your nastiness and your vileness.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be what? Like we have to think of another one. Like I think you should be your vileness. Well, actually, I like your vileness better because Mr.
Why don't we both have a GoFundMe page and see who gets the most? I don't know what that will achieve.
Well, I don't know where that anger's coming from, George. Yeah, this is for you. whoever you're referring to, I guess for you, I guess.
Anyway.
Awkward tangent off. So, do you
No, he can't.
Oh.
He's going to die.
Now, the enemy for this chapter is called the Invincible Tubberblubber. Besides being a name that I was called in primary school, I'm sure. Tubberblubber is actually not one of them. Yeah, I actually forgot to press the switch there. Do you remember her secret passage? No, not like that.
Oh, for God's sake.
Not like that.
Yes, I do.
Actually, a nice feature in later chapters is if you don't have to do this whole cinematic of going down this passageway to press this button. Actually, if you just go through that door, it opens around the other side.
Fair enough.
So in this part, we're just basically for Peach, what her mission is to find information about Tubberblubber, so that Mario can defeat him, basically. Because as they've just described, he's actually invincible.
Yeah.
And you notice Bowser's actually put his diary away. Dear diary. I can't do Bowser.
I am feeling swell.
Obviously I'm feeling swole then. I was like,
I'm very swollen. I might need a trip to the doctors.
He's jacking up. As in getting swole, not like that other way. Now, this room's actually going to be important later. I'm only kind of showing it off now as like a nice little foreshadow. It's in 2 chapters' time, I believe. And I nearly got caught by a guard then.
Yeah, don't do that.
I actually quite like the lighting effects on the guards. Because if you look, when the flashlight goes on them, the light is dynamic. As you can see on Peach's head there, actually, the lighting's quite dynamic. So it's kind of like... It is affected by stuff in the environment. It's kind of in real time a little bit.
It's good.
Now, this chest here isn't really that useful because basically the point of it is, as they're explaining, is if you put something into it, there's another chest and the person can take it out of the other chest, the item you put in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this badge in here, and later on we're going to put another item in there, and Mario can get them. To be honest, a little bit embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I forgot to take it out of the chest, so it's probably still in there.
Nice.
I don't know what I was doing. Another regret I have for this playthrough is not adding the Metal Gear Solid alert effect when I get spotted. The other item you can get is a Jammin' Jelly, which is probably one of the most useful items in the entire game. You get 50 FP from it.
Nice.
It's that fucking good. It's kind of like an Ultra Shroom. You'll be seeing a lot of them in the last chapter. So let's sneak around these guards. I mean, this isn't exactly Metal Gear Solid levels of epic stealth. It's more like Ocarina of Time levels of epic stealth, where if you stand right, as long as they're not looking at you, even though that angle would clearly indicate he would have seen me there, you're fine. There's another badge over there. Peach! 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 Dun,
oh,
dun,
hell
dun,
no.
dun, 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 dun.
Spin kick. In the chin. It's all the action movies I've been watching.
Why's there a spin kick in Lethal Weapon 3? Chun-Li spinning bird kick. I love the fact, by the way, when they throw in, they literally just chuck her in the room.
I call this one the flying butterfly.
The stinging bee. See, that's what I mean. It just cuts straight to that. That's not my editing. It just does that.
Oh, cool.
I should have claimed it as my editing, though.
Yeah, you should have.
Because that's pretty flawed.
Although Nintendo would have sued you, probably.
Not again. I'm already getting sued over the GoldenEye parts using the fucking Bond theme. Even though it's Grant Kirkhope's Metal remix. That remix in that game is so good. Like I said, the guard's vision is laughably silly. Like,
Yeah.
if like they're always looking forward because they for some reason they don't have a back model. So even though I'm walking past him, they should have seen me. I know it's a Mario game. There's no logic. Fuck you. I think there is.
Oh, just not going to check along there. No reason for anyone to be there.
Even though I should have gone into the next slot there. Oh, when you come in here as Mario, there's a few items you can get. Up on, see that top raft up there? You can actually climb up there as Mario, and there's some stuff you can get. I think we can actually see some of it now. So like, it gives you the idea to find it later.
Go up, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a live stream there. It gives you the idea to go up there when you're Mario. Oh, and this is actually the first time we're seeing Hammer Brothers in this game, even though they're kind of classic Mario villains.
Yeah.
We're going to see them in the final dungeon. They're pretty hard to beat, honestly. They can do like 7 damage, I think, which is pretty hard.
Just a bit, yeah.
So this is basically like it's giving you plot information that Tubba Blubber eats ghosts, which I don't know actually how that's possible since they're not real or have corporeal forms. And that Tubba Blubber's invincible.
He sounds lovely.
He's pretty... To be honest, this is one of my favourite chapters in the entire game because it has some really funny writing and also it's got some fucking kick-ass music to it. We'll see. We're not going to see it until like next part though, which is a shame.
Fair enough. Oh,
That's a nice little bit of foreshadowing, by the way. It said that Tubba Blubber didn't used to be strong.
Right.
When you actually fight him for the final time, he's one of the weakest villains in the entire game.
Okay.
But like, you fight him. I don't really want to spoil too much because, like, I want you to see what actually happens. But when you fight him for the final time, he's only got 10 HP, which is laughably stupid. But the actual build up to that is really funny.
Fair enough.
So we don't actually have any information for Mario apart from where it is, but we know that if we send Mario there, he will die since the fucking guy's invincible.
Cool, that sounds fun. Yeah, I know I definitely haven't done all of this bit.
Yeah, so this is new ground for you. Oh, you haven't got anywhere near Tubba Blubber, have you?
No.
Yeah. By the way, this Star Spirit power, only use it once in the entire game. It's useless. And the weird thing is, it's not 100% gonna work. Like, on some villains it works, but like... I mean, like, I can't even remember if I use it. Like, there's a time when you can use it against an optional boss, but honestly, I haven't... This playthrough was recorded so long ago, I don't even remember if I do that optional boss. He's actually... If you don't use that star power, that optional boss is one of the hardest enemies in the entire game. He is actually probably harder than Bowser.
Fair enough.
That's really spooky, that door just opened behind
Yeah.
me. I'm just gonna go close that.
It's a bit weird.
Here's another super block.
Yes, it's not shut still. Oh, he's locked us in.
Yeah, George has a lock on his door to stop all the Blunderbuss fans from breaking in.
Yeah. All one of them.
I don't know if I'm going to be getting all of the super blocks, to be honest, just because it's like some of them are really out of the way and you don't need them all. But I will be ultra ranking people because it is kind of useful, especially like in the 5th chapter. Oh no, I'm going to be ultra ranking Watt and Sushi, I think, because they're both really useful. Watt is the best partner in the entire game. We'll be getting her next time. Oh, and Bo. I'll be ultra ranking Bo, who we're going to see in a minute.
Fair enough.
I'm surprised that there's not a strike on here. Do you like my... Just, yeah, we're not seeing that cutscene again. Fuck it. I always find that really weird. Like, there's a bottomless cliff, basically. It's like the most dangerous fucking job ever. It's like that death road in Brazil. That pig thing that on the top right, we won't be using it, but basically... If you if you jump into it, it shoots a pig out, and there's like a pig garden you can have. It's a totally optional thing, but it's kind of cool, to be honest. You get your own little... You get pigs that glow gold for some fucking reason.
Bit weird.
And there's a mini game. That path on the left is like got like mini games in it you can do, but I don't show those off. There's no point. If you say no, he's just like, no, I don't believe you. There's no such thing as ghosts. I like doing it so you make that last as long as possible. So it looks like Mario's just deaf. It's like, no, the other way. Then he just turns around. Let's go follow this ghost, George. Into the spoopy part of the forest. Spoopy.
Starting to be Ghostbusters.
Nobody liked a Luigi's Mansion playthrough.
Well, they only saw about half of it, didn't they?
I actually don't know if you... I can't... It's been such a long time since I tried to sequence break this game. Why do I keep fucking yawning in this? I'm not even tired. I don't know
weird.
what.
Like, as soon as we start recording this game, we both start yawning. It's weird.
No, I've noticed that any game we record recently, we just start yawning. We're not even tired.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
If we just like as soon as we press record.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I actually love this game, but I genuinely don't know why I'm so tired.
We can say for each other, neither of us have yawned before we started this. And we've been with each other for about 2 hours now.
Yeah, we haven't yawned one. I mean, like, I was yawning when George was telling me about his life, but. Okay, the point I was trying to make was this. I don't know if you can come in here beforehand or you're just kind of told to leave. There's a bit of sequence breaking that you. I thought the door opened again, even though I locked it. There's a bit of sequence. This is really ominous because like I hate the fact that we're doing the Forever Forest and that's happening. Basically, there's a bit of sequence breaking you can do in this game. I'm not sure if I do it though. It's not even really sequence breaking because you're not jumping ahead anymore. Like, specifically, that seed we've got is to get into chapter 6.
Right.
You cannot physically go in that chapter because the game stops you from doing it.
Okay.
So, like, there's not much sequence breaking you can actually do. And there's a little trick to getting through here. Now, I've fucked it up there, but, like, what you have to do is, it's like the Lost Woods, you have to go in certain routes. And the way you go in certain routes is, you have to watch for the for the environment. So like whatever makes a weird thing like that, that's the door you go down. So that one kind of shook. I made a noise, so we have to go down that one. And well, we'll see as we go along. Yeah, so that's the story. You've been invited by ghosts to a mansion. I mean, whoever would do that? Whoever would get invited by ghosts to a mansion.
Aha.
This one is so like every path, every new place you go to has got a different kind of like signifying factor, I'll call it. I don't know if that's maybe the right word. But the first one was those bushes smiling, and that this is oh God, I can't remember what this one is. But this is basically a green fuzzy. They're a pain in the arse. And you might have noticed I've stopped tasseling people. The reason is I honestly forgot to, but I'm still going by the rule that we've gone through pretty much for this entire playthrough. Once we've seen an enemy, I will not be fighting it again.
That's such a shame.
That was a nice block, by the way. It's usually quite hard to block fuzzies because their pattern's quite hard to follow. Actually, the reason I stopped tattling people is because it leaves me open to a hit for a turn until I get the quick change badge.
Right.
So there's no point really me doing it because I'm just going to take extra damage.
Yeah.
That's the excuse I'm using.
It's fine.
I nearly dropped my water. See, look, there's nothing there. Let's see what the next one is. There you go. See it? That pair of eyes up in that tree stump.
Right. Yep.
Now there's actually a flower seed you can get here. It's really easy to miss though. Up here. Oh no, this is sorry. It's another one. It's just this guy again. I have no idea who he is. I think it's a what the fuck is that Pokemon from the first generation? It's just basically. I don't remember it. Okay, this is the path you got to go down because the flowers look different.
And there go all our 2 Pokemon fans.
What is it? Fuck! You know the one I'm talking about? Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Not really.
It's the one that's got like it's like a mess of like plants. It's like a Pokemon that hasn't got an evolution. It's one of them ones that nobody gives a fuck about, and it's really useless.
Anyway,
that's what he looks like.
Okay.
I got another flower seed there, my second in this part. I already got one early. You got hay fever there. I've got 3 flower seeds so far. The final one you need to get into chapter 6 is locked until you do chapter 5, basically. So I've pretty much got all the flower seeds, but I just need to finish chapter 5 to get it. See what there? Like we've already fought that piranha plant, so we're going to see it again.
Oakley dokley.
So this signifying one is basically this one. If you look at, it's just the mushrooms going mental, basically. It's Mario. He's going to hit us.
It's funny is what happens when you do take them. That's your brain.
What's this one? Oh, I remember when I was little, I really struggled with this area for some fucking reason. I thought that I basically went to that one, you know, where the exit I came out of. I went straight to that one, and I immediately thought, oh, that's the one because all the plants have fallen off, and I got lost and ended up back at the entrance. That's the one you need to go through, where they just kind of make a noise and they twist like that.
Yeah.
So I think this one's the Oh no, this one's just got a sign in front of it. It just says go this way, which I think is actually a really funny gag when you get to it, because like it's such an anti-climax. Because you've gone through all of that, you're expecting like a really like big puzzle. It just goes, go this way.
Oh, all right. Cheers.
That's the kind of writing that Super Paper Mario has. It's that kind of really sarcastic, not what you expect humour. And here's the Boo's Mansion. This is where we're going to.
It's very much like Luigi's Mansion.
It could be canon confirmed.
Yeah.
This could be where Luigi Mansion starts. Mario goes. I mean, like I don't know where all his partners go, but like he goes in there. Gets trapped in a painting, loses a couple of days. Luigi comes and rescues him. He just carries on with his Paper Mario quest. I mean, it's probably bullshit. It sounds like bullshit, but
I think we can make it a thing.
Miyamoto clearly didn't intend for them to be in the same canon, but god damn it, I want to make it stick. Now, this is kind of a mini dungeon. This, I mean, there's no enemies you can fight in here, but you have to just like figure out how to get to the 3rd floor, and it's kind of a weird. It's actually one of my favourite areas in the entire game, Boo's Mansion, because it's got loads of personality to it. We'll see in a second. We're doing this all in one part, by the way, because it's not really that short it's not really that long a section of the game.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just got tons of personality, though. I also love the music that plays in here. It's kind of like really ominous and creepy, and you get little jump scares like that.
That's cool.
By the way, there's a jump scare coming up in a minute. It's not really a jump scare, I guess. It kind of freaked me out when I was a child, though. Scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a child. This area also has loads of Easter eggs as well, from other games. So like that gramophone we saw is going to get used. Also, I got stuck in this bit because I wasn't aware that you're supposed to examine that middle cabinet there. If you examine the others, they fall on you and take your health away. I don't know if they can kill you though. So if you've got 1 HP, I don't know if they kill you. So this is a kind of a short game that was kind of like, you know, where we played with the fuzzies.
Right.
It's basically the same game.
Fair enough. It does look very much like Luigi's Mansion inside here, some of this.
Can I just say, I love this music.
It's pretty cool. Like,
I'll let you listen to it.
I imagine it must have taken some sort of inspiration from this. Nice.
Basically, we're going to see in, not next part, oh no, it's in part 12, that's it. We're going to see, you speak of Luigi's Mansion, maybe they had the idea sooner than you thought, because we're going to see a little foreshadow to that game. Because I'm pretty sure that Luigi's Mansion was already in development at this point. Yeah. Because remember, this was, in 2001 there were only 3 games released for the N64, this, Mario Party 3 and something else.
Alright.
And Luigi's Mansion was like the year after, I think. So yeah, I can see what you mean. There's a lot of, I mean, like they've had haunted houses in Mario games before, like Super Mario World and all of that. But this is, I see what you mean. It's very much
the colours and
it's very much architecturally quite similar.
Like when you go into a room.
Yeah.
Like these rooms are pretty much identical to one you'd find.
You'll like this little joke, by the way. I'll let you listen. It's quite a good puzzle as well. You got to have rhythm to do this.
Right.
Can you see what the Boo's doing? I love that. And then because you make him dance, he gets distracted and you just go over on the treasure chest and get the weight. He had basically. This is where it comes in. You had one job, and he fucked it up.
Nice.
You can go over any time and play that gramophone, by the way, and
Awesome.
just hear the old Mario theme. The funny thing about that is, if you play it too fast, it sounds so strange. It's like dun, 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 dun. It sounds like someone who's like taking Pro Plus doing it. And also, I actually did that puzzle a bit early because what you're supposed to do first is actually jump on this cushion. Launches you at the chandelier, and you're supposed to get the idea that you need to weigh it down somehow to open that door over there.
Then...
But I just grabbed the weight first, so we can pretty much just open it. It's awkward. There we go. I don't know how light Mario is or how heavy that weight is, but I have to ask the question. Oh, this is the jump scare. Oh no, I don't do it. Basically, if that weight is as heavy as Mario, how the fuck can he lift it?
Yeah.
Logic questions in a Mario game, I know. Now we're actually going to get a power up to our abilities here in this next room.
Mario doesn't skip harm day.
I bet he's just got a really good core. His arm's probably pretty weak.
It's fucking fists, though.
Here we go. Here's an upgrade to our jump. It gives us more powerful jumping abilities and a ground pound. Also gives us green shoes. Sort of like Knuckles, your kid now. It doesn't change on your model, but you do have them.
Right.
So, by the way, Lady Bo, who is our newest partner and the person we're trying to see. This is quite hard, by the way, because of depth perception.
Yeah.
The way that models are angled. It's quite hard if you're not paying attention. But basically, instead of actually having security, they decide to play fucking guessing games to hide their shit, basically. Also, depth perception sometimes makes it a bit hard to hit them, and sometimes I have in the past missed the one I was supposed to get and hit another one because of depth perception. That's the last time you have to do that game.
Good.
To be fair, they do a different game both times,
Yeah.
and the music's really catchy. Also, that boo stays there to actually tell you how to use the boots, which I think's kind of I think's quite funny. The fact that they didn't want you to get it, but they still kind of feel compelled to tell you how to use them.
Yeah.
This is a nice gag. I think Paper Mario has really nice visual gags like that. Stuff you just don't expect to happen. And also, there's a shop there that has some really rare items in it.
Nice.
I wouldn't really recommend getting any of them because they're a bit kind of... That one on the left, for example, that yellow vase thing.
Yeah.
Is it vase or vase?
You decide.
I'll say vase. It basically... It picks a random item from every item in the entire game,
Okay.
and it's one coin. So you could either get shooting stars, which is pretty good, or just a dry trim, which is like 1 HP.
Yeah.
It's not fucking worth it. This also has a really nice Easter egg in it. See that pot on the top left there?
Right.
Watch this. How fucking surreal.
Jeez.
So it's got a nice little remix of the... There we go.
Nice.
What? We got the mushrooms. I'd like to see... I honestly would have loved to see a 16-bit model of the partners. That would have been well awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't do that. I'm pretty sure you can do that in Super Paper Mario, though. This is how surreal this place is, by the way. We've got a portrait in our hand. It's the figure of a portrait in our hands.
Right.
If you miss that, by the way, you have to go all the way back up again. So don't miss it.
That's something I would do.
This reminds me of the library in Majora's Mask. The Skull House on Great Bay Temple. It's got that library in it. And that's pretty much the Boo's mansion done. All you've got to do is go back up to the 3rd floor.
Nice.
Now, I should... No, apparently I'm not going to activate that chest because I'm a spoil sport. Now, what happens is if you activate that chest, the chandelier falls down on top of you really fucking suddenly. And it scared the shit out of me because, like, it gives you no warning it's going to happen. It's just open, like, really fucking quickly.
Jesus.
If you want to add to the surrealness, besides the fact we just put a picture back inside, a figure inside its frame again.
Yeah.
This is an elevator. Watch this.
Of course.
It's like Mario 64.
Yeah.
I think that's Bo's dad. I think I'm just showing it off again.
Yeah. Whee!
Let's go rescue us. Okay, I nearly spoiled that for you then. There's a really nice joke coming up. In fact, I'm just going to let you watch this cutscene because this joke's really funny that I like. Okay. It's one of my favourites in the entire game. He was born with that name. He was destined. Can you read that? But fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it seems like we're being asked this for no reason. Like, it's getting in the way. This is our reward. No, it's what he says that makes me laugh. He escapes him, blah, but gets captured by them. I love that. It's just, it's such a nice... After the first two things where they're being held in a fortress, it's just such a nice gag that you just don't see coming. And also, Bo agrees to come with us. Now, Bo, you might not think, looking at her, she's actually one of the best partners in the entire game.
Fair enough.
She actually does the most damage in the entire game as well for one attack. But you have to ultra rank her.
Okay.
Bootler. I love Bootler. I love the fact he's got his design as a... I love that. I think that's quite adorable the way they do that. And I love that his mustache and hair just on a Boo's model. It's hilarious. I don't know what happens if you say no, to be honest. It's one of them things where if you say no, it's kind of a but thou must kind of thing. So you don't really get to say no. I mean, like, to be honest, you could get away with not using Bo for Tub of Blubbers chapter, but you need her for chapter 4 because there's a puzzle you can't do without her.
Okay.
So she's kind of vital, I guess. And that's pretty much it for this part of Paper Mario. We'll see you next time when we go to Gulch, Mulch, whatever the fuck it's called.
Somewhere else.